Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are here today filming this very impromptu video. I wanted to sit down and chat as I got ready for the day. Yes, I look crazy and I will get into why in just a second. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm just getting ready for the day. I just don't really have much plans for the day, but I definitely don't want to feel like not put together anymore. The last few videos that you guys have seen have been pre-recorded videos. And actually I have a few more pre-recorded videos that are gonna come out before this one does. And so basically, not a lot of people know what's going on, but I recently got surgery. And at the time of me filming this video, I will be 1 week post-op. At the time of this video going out, though, I'll probably be around 2.5 weeks post-op. So I didn't really talk much about this on YouTube or to a lot of people, but I guess, I wanted to talk about it today just because, just to give you guys an update on what's been going on with me, what I've been up to, and why I haven't been super open and social on, open and talkative on social media. So that's basically what we're going to be talking about today as I get ready for the day. So I've just kind of like slipped my hair back and put it in a little bun. This has been my go-to hairstyle because it's really difficult for me to style my hair. Like just that bit that you guys saw of me trying to pull my hair back was pretty difficult. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just get into some skincare and makeup. My apologies if I don't talk a lot about what I'm doing. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, the products I'm using, just leave them in the comments below and I'll be glad to share with you guys at that point. But I'm gonna jump right into just some moisturizer. I'm using Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream in a sample size that I have here. So basically what I had was, I had a fibroadenoma, which is a benign breast tumor on my right breast. It's something that I've had for quite a while, that I've had for a few years actually, and I've never really thought about getting it removed, but it is something that I considered recently because it got to the point where it was getting bigger in size, and so what it was doing was it was just causing me a lot of pain, especially doing like physical exercise, or even too much caffeine would make it really painful for me. So that's when I proceeded to started to consider getting it removed from my body. That's why you guys see it's kind of difficult for me to raise my arms, just because it does get a bit painful after a while. This is really one of the few times that I've done my makeup in the past week because it's just very tiring to raise my arms so high up to do my hair or my makeup. So that's been physically taxing for me. As you guys can see, my hair is a mess because I haven't been able to really blow dry it or style it much. My skin is freaking out because my skincare routine has gone downhill. So basically a fibroadenoma is a benign cyst in the breast, and it's something that I, a few months ago, got an ultrasound for, and my doctor has been monitoring it for the past couple of years, but I did notice that it was getting bigger. So they did measure it in the ultrasound around 4 centimeters in size, which is pretty large considering that it's such a small area of your body. So obviously it's getting bigger, getting worse. And I just kind of didn't want to have to live with that anymore. And stuff, I feel like you have to take that health very seriously. As women, we, go through a lot of health related issues with our breasts and our bodies. So maybe just I felt like I had to take it seriously. And sorry if this is too much information for some of you out there, but it's a health thing. It's not really anything that we should feel like is too much information, because it just has to do with health and my health. So after I got the ultrasound done, my doctor, you know, asked me seriously, she's like, do you want to get it surgically removed? Is it causing you that much pain? To which I said, yes, it's causing me a lot of pain and discomfort, so I definitely want to explore the option of getting it removed. So from there, she referred me over to a breast surgeon who has been monitoring my situation, and we did a biopsy, which I can go into more detail in a different video about the biopsy procedure. It was really taxing for me. It was very kind of, I feel like, traumatic experience, because I'm not really someone, I'm very scared of doctors, and so that whole situation, I feel like for me personally, was a bit more traumatic for me. So if you guys want me to go into more detail in a separate video, I can, but I feel like that's a very heavy topic to go into in this video, and it would just be like extremely long. So if you guys want to know more about biopsy procedure that I had done, I can go into it in a different video. So a biopsy was done just to make sure that it was actually benign, and thankfully everything came back that it was benign and nothing serious. So that's actually good, and I'm grateful for that, because that was definitely a concern. But after we found out that it was benign and nothing too serious like that, I went ahead and scheduled the surgery with my doctor at that point. And so here we are. I'm a 1 week and 1 day post-op at this point. So yeah, that's really what I've been doing. A lot of the videos that you guys have seen have been pre-recorded, because I knew that I was gonna need some time off, which is actually also something that I put on my Instagram. I did mention that I was gonna be taking a week off. My doctor said, you know, it shouldn't be that long of a procedure, just because I'm pretty young and can heal pretty fast. So he said that it shouldn't be that long of recovery time, mainly 2 weeks. Try to take it easy, but the first week would be the most important. So I, you know, posted on Instagram that I'm taking a week off, and my second week, I have only taken a few jobs here and there, nothing too physically taxing for me. So that's kind of like what I've been doing at the moment. So for that reason, I pre-recorded a lot of the videos that you guys have seen recently, just because so that I can take some time to myself, and I didn't know how I was gonna feel, or if I was even gonna be able to do my makeup, which I wasn't. So that was kind of forcing me to take some time off. But as you guys have probably seen in some other videos that I've spoken about, my past month on work has been extremely busy. So it's kind of nice that it kind of like forced me to take some time off, because I haven't really had much time off in the past month. So, you know, it was kind of nice at that point. So if you're wondering about pain, I haven't really felt much pain as of recently. I would say that the first 2 days were the worst days as far as pain for myself. I was kind of like on pain medications every 4 hours. I was taking it just because I would feel it coming on. As soon as like the 4-hour mark would hit, I would feel the pain coming on. So the first 2 days I would say are the worst as far as pain. After the 3rd, 4th, 5th day, I felt it becoming less and less. So at that point, I was only taking medication when absolutely necessary. And I would probably say like I was taking it maybe every 8 hours instead of 4 hours. And I mainly took it at night, because at night is when I felt the most pain. If you guys know me personally, you know that I'm very sensitive to pain. Like I do not tolerate pain well at all. So I'm very surprised that it hasn't been worse pain for me. I expected it to be a lot worse. So at the moment, I am just like wearing a sports bra for the next 2 weeks, day and night, which is really annoying. If you guys know, you ladies out there know bras to sleep are annoying itself. Imagine wearing a sports bra every day for 2 weeks, day and night. it's really annoying me. It's just like that the bra sometimes like gets really annoying. Like you just want to have some freedom sometimes, and you can because you have this kind of bra, but it's actually better for me as far as pain to wear the bra when I don't wear a bra, like to shower and stuff. I definitely feel more pain just because I don't have that kind of like tension holding it there. And so it kind of like moves around, and so for that reason it does cause me a little bit more pain when I don't wear the sports bra, which is why you know, he recommended that I wear the bra for the next 2 weeks, day and night, just to make sure that it doesn't move around too much. So I actually had an appointment with my doctor yesterday since it was a week post-op, and he, you know, made sure everything was healing nicely, so that was good, that everything was healing fine. I do have some slight numbness in some areas, and he said that it's mainly because of where the tumor itself was located. It was located within lots of nerves, so he had to, it was pretty high up into my armpit area, so where he had to remove it and going by, it was surrounded by a lot of nerves. So he said basically that the numbness is pretty normal and I shouldn't be too concerned. It should come back, but it's just the location of where the tumor was, it had a lot of nerve damage at that point. So as far as bruising and the incision site, I do have an incision that's like around 2 inches, not to give too much detail, but yes, I do have a small incision that he says is gonna heal to barely anything. It's already healed pretty well from what I see. So I'm very optimistic that it's probably not gonna be seen at all when it's fully healed. So that's nice. Bruising, I already had quite a bit of bruising from the biopsy, which from the time that I did the biopsy to the time of the surgery was like a week and a half or 2 weeks more or less. So I did still have a lot of bruising from the biopsy portion itself. So when we did the surgery, of course there was going to be more bruising because I was already pretty bruised at that point. However, I did feel like the biopsy bruising was worse than the surgery bruising. The surgery bruising has just been like a weirdish yellow tone and some red tones from like blood vessels that have broken. But the biopsy bruising was like a really big hematoma that was like really blue and black and green and all of these really weird tones. So I feel like the bruising itself was worse with the biopsy than with the surgery. But obviously the surgery has a larger portion, but as far as the type of bruising, the biopsy was worse, I feel. Definitely the biopsy was the worst part of this whole situation for me personally, just for my emotional experience. The biopsy was the worst part of this. Like, this recovery process hasn't been nearly as bad as how I felt during that biopsy process. Like, that really kind of was difficult for me to process. Not so much physically. The physical aspect was pretty fast as far as recovery after the biopsy, but the emotional taxation that I went through the whole process was the hardest thing for me personally. As far as the surgery, like, do I regret making the decision to remove it? No, at this point I don't regret it, even though like I've had to go through a recovery process and pain, but I already feel like this is gonna be worth it for me because I already feel like different as far as how I feel that area, and like drinking caffeine and doing some more physical stuff. Even though I haven't returned to my full physical mobility, I do already feel like a slight difference doing certain things. So so far I'm happy with the decision to remove it, but I will definitely keep you guys updated on that as time goes by. But I do think that it's gonna make a huge difference in how I feel moving forward. So far I don't regret the decision. Maybe if I was to go back, I would ask to skip the biopsy portion just because I didn't enjoy that at all. If I haven't made that clear enough, I didn't enjoy that part at all. But at the time, like, I didn't really know the process, so I kind of just like accepted it as is. You know, like, my doctor told me we're gonna do a biopsy, and who was I to question that? So I just kind of like went along with it. You know, if I could go back, I would probably question that a little bit more and just be like, hey, is that really absolutely necessary? Or is it just kind of like putting my body through trauma that it doesn't need at this point? So far, I'm recovering well. I'm feeling a lot better recently. I've been trying to stay home the most that I can and not do lots of stuff, but it's kind of hard, you know? I'm kind of like, if I'm at home, I should be doing something. I feel like I'm wasting time just like sitting there. So that's been difficult for me to just kind of like rest. I'm kind of like out of my comfort zone with that, but everything has been good so far. I just wanted to give you guys an update. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to share more experience with you guys. And if you have any thoughts on the procedure, if you've gone through something similar, and then let me know as well. I would love to know what you guys think. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye now.